Museveni to World Bank, quick to fund seminars instead of agriculture, railways. A loan for seminars is very quick to get, but for agriculture is hard to get. President Museveni has accused the World Bank of prioritizing loans for seminars instead of helping poor African countries to address structural bottlenecks hindering their development. The Ugandan leader told the World Bank's International Development Association, AIDA, Africa Heads of State Summit held in Nairobi, Kenya, that the international lender is always quick to provide loans for seminars where people just sit and eat, but is not interested in supporting irrigation and infrastructural development. Africa does not need that sustainable underdevelopment. Africa needs socio-economic transformation. You cannot have quantitative growth and you think you are doing anything, he said. The president said there is no growth in Africa because the growth factors like the private sector-led growth are not funded. Okay, now I want to drop my cent here, reacting to this. You that is accusing World Bank for being quick to fund seminars instead of agriculture, infrastructures, and all that. How long have you been in power? So if World Bank does not come to give you loans to build infrastructure for your citizens, you will not do it. The resources you have in your country, what are they for? Like sometimes when our leaders talk, I ask myself, these men, do they really think before they drop these words? Do they really think about these things before they say them? For crying out loud, you are expecting World Bank to come and be funding your development for you. The resources you have in your countries, what are they for? Do you know there are some countries that do not even have quota up to what we have in Africa, but they are doing better off. They are doing better off. You're waiting for World Bank to come and fund your infrastructure for you. Man, if I am asked to say my opinion here is this lashing out on World Bank does not add up. Like, it doesn't hold water. We are not supposed to blame World Bank for the underdevelopment in Africa. We are not supposed to blame anybody for things that are not going on well in Africa. We are supposed to blame our leaders. You, the leaders, are supposed to be held accountable, because as long as, from what I can see, we have all it takes to put things in order in Africa. It's just that you don't want to do it. Don't sit back there to call on World Bank to come and give you loans to build your country when you have all it takes to do it. This is my take here. You can drop your thoughts in the comment section if you think otherwise.
The main reason why there is no growth is because the growth factors are not funded. They are not even understood. What are the growth factors? We now talk of private sector-led growth. Yes, but for the private sector to grow, what does it need? It needs low costs of production. Ministers of Finance, low costs of production. And what are the low costs of production? Number one, transport. You must have low transport costs. Where do low transport costs come from? From the railway. If you don't fund the railway, how will you get low transport costs? low transport costs. Wonderful people, Banco Mundial, IMF, all this. Where will low cost of production come from if you don't have a railway? I have been here for the last 64 years. I've been watching as a student leader, as a freedom fighter of a country. How many railways have been constructed or funded in Africa? The few that have been was by China, the Tanzania Railway to Zambia, and recently China, another one here in Kenya, and then Tanzania on their own, they are building a railway line. So if you are talking of helping Africa, the railway, I don't want to be involved in any other words, no, please. The railway. Because if you fund the railway, you will have low cost of transport, and you can produce products which are cheap, which can be bought in the world. So you audit how much funding, all these billions you are talking about, how much of it has gone to the railway. Audit it.
You heard him. Audit it. Audit it. So invariably, you're saying that World Bank have not been funding the growth of Africa. So we should all sit down and wait for World Bank to come and fund the growth of Africa. World Bank should come and fund Africa's infrastructure. Isn't that laughable? Thank you so very much for your time again with me. I don't take it for granted. Hope to see you in my next as I bring your way again more trending news. Bye.